Hello, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group with a review of our local Harrisonburg and Rockingham County real estate market. I've just published the following report, which we will be reviewing, and you can download that at harrisonburghousingmarket.com. Taking a look at sales from this past month, you might note that there were 103 home sales in April of 2018. This is a bit higher than the previous April and higher than any recent April on record. This brings our year-to-date home sale count to 345 home sales, which is a 3.92% increase over the first 4 months of last year. Interestingly, however, when we look at the last 12 months, we'll see that there are 1,274 home sales as compared to 1,324 in the previous 12 months. So while we see a 4-ish% increase in home sales year to date, when we look at a longer time frame, a 12-month comparison, we'll see there has actually been a 4% decline in the number of homes that are selling. When looking at prices, it's important to look at this longer-term trajectory. Also of note here, there's a significant increase in the median sales price. In the past 12 months, the median sales price has been $203,000, and in the previous 12 months, it was $190,000. So we are starting to see more significant price increases than we have seen on an annual basis in any of the past few years. Homes are also selling much more quickly. In the past 12 months, homes have sold, which is list date to contract date. They have sold in 31 days. So they've been on the market for 31 days when they've gone under contract, and that's a median figure. So half of the homes have sold more quickly and half of the homes have sold more slowly than that. And that's compared to 48 days in the 12 months prior. So a 35% increase in the speed of home sales over the past year. Breaking things down between the city and county, there are a number of observations to be made here. Certainly there has been a year-over-year decline in both regions as far as the number of homes selling. There's been a year-over-year increase in median price. There's been a 9% increase in the median sales price in the city, while only a 5.86% increase in the county. So values are potentially going up more quickly in the city than in the county. And perhaps that is a result of how quickly things are selling in the city. So over the past 12 months, the median days on market has been 17 days. And looking just at April, so the homes that went under contract in April, which would be, let's clarify. The homes that sold in April, when they went under contract, they did so in a median of 6 days in the city of Harrisonburg. So very fast-moving real estate market in the city of Harrisonburg right now. Looking at things on a month-by-month basis, you'll see that February of this year was higher than any of the 3 previous Februaries. March was higher than the 3 prior months of March. And again, April was higher than the 3 months of April. So 3 strong months in a row as compared to past years. When we get to May, it'll be a question of whether we can jump all the way up to 149 or higher like we saw last May. So time will tell. But thus far in 2018, home sales have been going strong. You'll see that here visually in a different way. So if you look at these green bars, olive green bars along the bottom here, there have been 345 home sales in the first 4 months of this year, which is higher than the first 4 months of any recent year. This is looking at the 6 years prior. So you can see kind of where we were in the year and then what happened from there, that point forward. Looking at long-term trends here, we will note that median sales prices have been pretty steadily increasing over the past 2 years. You can see 2 years ago the median sales price was $186,000 and it's now up to $203,000. When we look at the pace of sales, after several years of increases, we have actually seen a little bit of a slowdown in the number of homes that are selling on an annual basis over the past year. More significantly 6 to 12 months ago, and then things have been kind of leveling out in the most recent 6 months. When we look at our overall market, the yellow bars here are showing the number of homes that are selling per year, and you can see that there was a decline, a 4% decline last year after multiple years of increases, and then this blue line is showing the median sales price over time. So we've seen steady increases over the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in that median sales price, and we're now hitting $203,000 as a first 4 months of 2018 median sales price in our area, and that median sales price in 2018 is the highest annual median sales price that we've seen anytime in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. So we have recovered in a sense, or regained the ground that we had gained before during the real estate boom of 2006, 7, 8. Fell all the way down in 2011 and then have steadily increased again to get back to where we are. Looking just at single-family homes, you see something relatively similar, other than that there have been some larger increases in the median sales price over the past few years. And then between last year and this year, the median sales price has been relatively steady. The same thing can be true when you're looking at duplexes and townhomes and condos. This is showing a balance between buyers and sellers in our market, and you can see that for quite a while, so this was back in 2012, there were many more sellers than there were buyers, and so this was a buyer's market. The sellers were fighting over buyers or hoping a buyer would pick them. Then we kind of narrowed down that gap and got to pretty much of a balance in 2014, 15, somewhere in there, even into 2016, where there was a similar number of buyers and sellers when we look at a 6-month window. However, over the past year and a half, the tables have turned, and so buyers have continued to increase and the number of sellers in the market has steadily decreased. And this has created a strong seller's market, as anyone would be familiar with if they've been thinking about buying or selling here in the recent past. When we look at median price versus price per square foot, we see that not only has the median sales price been increasing, but also the price per square foot of sold homes has been increasing. And it is normal and typical for these two items to track together. Flipping forward a little, this one's interesting. So back during the boom, we were seeing homes selling for a median of 99-ish% of their list price. So sellers were not negotiating much at all. And then that fell all the way down to 96%. So sellers were negotiating 4% off of their last list price at kind of the bottom of the market there in 2010, 11, and 12. And that steadily climbed back up to 97 and then to 98. And this year, thus far, we're actually back up to 99. So sellers are negotiating less than they ever have before, at least here in the last 10 or so years. So that's an indication, obviously, that we're in a strong seller's market at this time. Contract activity is always interesting to look at. We see there were 128 contracts signed in April as compared to 137 last April. Interestingly, if we total up these first 4 months of the year, we'll find 431 contracts were signed in the first 4 months of this year, and 431 contracts were signed in the first 4 months of last year. So no net change as to the number of contracts being signed, which may mean that we do indeed see a strong month of May closings, as we did last May. Inventory levels, as all of us are very familiar with, have been declining for several years. It's been a 21% decline over the past year. There are now only 325 homes on the market in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. And when we break it down in a few other ways, it's even more striking. Here we're looking at the city of Harrisonburg versus Rockingham County, and you'll see that there are only 82 properties on the market in the city of Harrisonburg right now. Days on market, half of homes that are selling are going under contract within 31 days, so very quickly. And then another 14% are going under contract in the 30 days after that. So some very fast acting buyers to take advantage of homes that come on the market that match what they are looking for. We'll look at a few more items here. When we look at home sales by price range, we'll see that there has been a decline in the under $200,000 market, though that is largely because home prices are increasing, and so fewer homes are fitting into this category, and there have been fewer homes for folks to purchase in that category as inventory levels have changed. Otherwise, we're seeing increases in all of the other property categories by price. Inventory levels have gone down across the board, so no significant differences between them. 19, 22, 26, 18% declines year over year in the number of homes that are for sale in a variety of price ranges. And let's see, we've got some information on lot sales, trustee sales. There have been a startlingly low number of trustee sales this year, and this is homes being sold via foreclosure auction at the courthouse steps. And in the first 4 months of this year, there have only been 21 homes that have sold in that method. Multiply that by 3 for the remaining 8 months of the year, and we would be at 63 foreclosure sales this year, which would be a 50% decline from last year. I don't know if it'll stay that low, but it is striking to see that the low foreclosure rate is getting even lower in 2018. Finally, interest rates, as many of us are aware of, are increasing. We are now pretty much solidly above 4%. Over the past 4 or 5 months, we've risen from a 3.9, 3.99 number all the way up to 4.6%. So about a 0.5% or even 0.75% increase over the past 9 months or so in the interest rates. And this means that a buyer is paying more for their monthly payment now than they would have been before. Most folks think that these interest rates could continue to climb some. I don't know if by the end of the year we will see 5%. That seems possible, though not necessarily likely. Unemployment in this area, finally, does continue to stay rather low, 3.3%, and that's been a steady decline over the past 4 years. All right, that was your quick recap of what's going on in the Harrisonburg and Rockingham County real estate market. There is lots more to read in a variety of different places. This full report can be downloaded at harrisonburghousingmarket.com. If you visit harrisonburghousingtoday.com, you will find some more regular commentary on the housing market and things happening in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. And there are a variety of other websites here as well to maintain your knowledge of new listings coming on the market, properties that are actually selling, and much more. Again, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group. Happy to help you if you have interest in more information about potentially buying or selling a property in Harrisonburg or Rockingham County. Feel free to give me a call or send me an email. And until next month, enjoy this market report and enjoy a robust and fast-moving real estate market.